Dustin Phillips, the 28 car of Josh Eubanks, and more race across the line. We'll give you the rest of that lineup as the race unfurls. Green flag, 15 laps. 25 laps of Champ Karts here this evening. That restart is coming back. So we'll give you the rest of that lineup as the 28 machine of Josh Eubanks from Kingston, North Carolina, the top priority of the livestock.
These are fun, ladies and gentlemen. Show them some love as we come to green. This will be a fun one as we go to green flag. Let's watch them. So here's the key. They try to get in line and just kind of follow a tandem draft, if you will, Sam Tully. And then somehow, some way, you'll watch them start to jump out of line with about 5 laps to go. The smart thing to do right now is just get in a conga line, follow the leader, and then just try to see where you can be there at the end.
Yeah, it might be kind of hard to tell from the monitor, but you talk to some of these drivers, I mean, they swear by it. You do feel the draft in these Champ Karts around this tight little quarter-mile oval. They say from 10 car lengths back, if you're in that slipstream, you can close right up in a blink of an eye.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the name of the game here. That's what determined the finish coming down to it just 1 week ago. And you see the field starting to string out here. If you lose that draft, you're going to lose. That's going to translate to tenths of a second per lap.
By the way, Dustin Phillips is up in front. McKee and Robinson, our producer director, just want to let you know that they do have Race Monitor up and going if you did have time been scoring. They do have it as right now. It is on Race Monitor. Big thanks to them as well as My Race Pass, our official television scoring for NASCAR Regional. And right now the leader is Hunter Goria, and Gagne to the lead. Eubanks and Phillips. Here comes the Ottaway family, though. You know them from Jacksonville. They are right there getting into the top 5 as they were side by side in turn 1.
Yeah, Eubanks right up close and comfortable with Gagne. This time down into 3. And you start to see these drivers breaking out into these 2-car tandems as now that second tandem catching right up now into a 4-car breakaway. That's Hunter Gagne, Josh Eubanks, John and Lee Ottaway. Those first 4 cars in line as Lee Ottaway just starting to trail off this 4-car battle here. But as I mentioned earlier, apparently you can feel the slipstream up to 10 car lengths. So it's a game of chicken. When do you go? You don't want to be, you always have that talk at the super speedway races, Daytona, Talladega. When do you want to be in the lead? Is it 2 laps before the finish, 1 lap, or like coming off turn 4?
I don't know if I want to be in the lead right now. I really want to just kind of ride and drive, and I say that selfishly because you see it so many times. Talladega, matter of fact, we got somebody from Talladega, Alabama tuning into the broadcast coverage on Wake County Speedway TV of NASCAR Regional at the Zaxby's 150. Talladega's coming up in a few weeks. Matter of fact, I think it's next week. Matter of fact, next week, NASCAR at Talladega, and the same thing happens here. But if I was in the lead, I wouldn't want to pull away. You see what's happening here as we're closing in on the halfway mark of this race. First and second are starting to set sail for 3rd and 4th. But what's going to happen is that air is going to allow 3rd, 4th, and 5th to run down 1 and 2.
Look at Aaron Layden start to decide that it's time to go.
This is the Ottaway family, by the way. We're halfway home.
Yep, the Ottaway family of Lee and John. That's that second 2-car tandem, but Aaron Layden.
Look at what I was telling you. Look at this draft. And now they're breaking apart. You shouldn't do that. If I want to be the Larry Mack of the Champ Karts here in Wake County, you don't want to do that right yet. Let's get back in line here, Sam. Get back single file and start making your way back to run them down again.
That's right, this 3-car tandem in the back. Oh, look at, Aaron Layden's the one that's getting racy here. I mean, you can only be 5th in line for so long, especially as laps start to tick down. 10 to go that time at the line. It's all about deciding when is it time to go, and can you get yourself organized in that second pack enough to keep, because the line with more cars is always going to have the momentum as Aaron Layden starting to look underneath again. Maybe, give it a little signal to the guys underneath.
And they might be working with one another. They're the Ottaway family, right? You've got, of course, John and Lee. And then right there behind them is Aaron Layden. Dustin Phillips is trying to get up there to make it now a 6-part battle, but he's really, really way off. They're going to come to the line. It's 8 laps to go now. They're going to start this second pack. Has got to form a way to run down Gagne and Eubanks. They got to get in this door here, because if they don't, the top 2 are going to pull the way.
And it'll be interesting to see, if John Ottaway, he might be a good leader right now, but is Aaron Layden, maybe trying to say, let me lead this pack. He's got to get that car, that lead car, to have enough power to be able to catch that second. So is John Ottaway, is he sitting back just that little bit right now to time it? Only time will tell.
Yeah, you're right. Going to come to the line. 5 laps to go. Right now, flag the flag after an incident on the start. Eubanks, Ottaway landed. It sounds like a law firm as they work their way to the back straightaway. As right now we're single file, but here's your go. You go now. Ottaway's got to work to get to the front here, and it's time to do it before you go.
Boy, my heart's starting to race just in the same way that when you watch Daytona and you start getting that feeling like something's going to happen.
That's right.
As John and Lee Ottaway have caught right up to that back bumper of Josh Eubanks. He's now a 4-car, make it 5 if Layden can catch up to the back of him. Laps ticking down now, 2.5 to go.
This is exactly what we talked about. Everybody's all in a line. It's a conga line of speed, but they're about to do-si-do here. Is now they're going to go 2 by 2. They're going to 2-step into 1. Battle for the lead. Gagne, Eubanks. He'll stay to the inside. The Ottaway is now under attack by Layden. They're all going after him on 4. They can't get in line yet. White flag gets 6 there.
Eubanks at the point that time by, throws it off to Hunter Gagne. It still blocks the bottom lane as he's the man to beat now with half lap. Josh Eubanks not going to let anyone get to the underside of him.
3 wide behind him.
3 wide behind him off the turn. It's Eubanks with the perfectly timed move there. Hunter Gagne across the line second, and Aaron Layden able to beat the family Ottaway at the line.
There you go. Watch what happened. The Ottaways fell back 4th and 5th. Aaron Layden did what he needed to do to get around them. They lost time. Gagne was able to not hold off Josh Eubanks. Eubanks played possum in the silver spot the entire race. When it was time to go, like you saw, broke out on the white flag, came to the win, and Josh Eubanks is going to win in the Champ Karts. How about it, race fans? Give those guys a round of applause. What a show! Gotta love the Champ Karts at Wake County Speedway.
Boy, Josh Eubanks, and when he got to that lead, he was cemented to that white line down at the bottom. He wasn't going to let Hunter Gagne or anyone underneath them. As we check in with our Victory Lane reporter.
And by the way, to answer some questions on social media, the 947 QDR Bandoleros are next, presented by INEX Racing. You have not missed Brexton Busch race just yet. Let's go back down to the pit lane.